Hello everyone. In this session, let us understand the fourth code conversion program decimal to hexadecimal. In the previous session, we have done hexadecimal to decimal conversion. So this is the reverse conversion of decimal back to hexadecimal. So let us take one decimal number, a 2-digit decimal number, let's say 45, and its equivalent hexa is 2D. So 45 in decimal is 2D in hexadecimal. So let us see how this conversion happens. The main logic behind converting a decimal number into hexadecimal is separate the two digits of this decimal number, that is unpack the two digits, extract only 4, that is the MS digit, the most significant digit, and the least significant digit. Multiply the most significant digit with A and add the least significant digit to it. And then you're going to get this answer. Meaning to say, this is the MS digit, most significant, this is the LS digit. So MS digit must be multiplied with 0A, and to this you're supposed to add the LS digit and you'll get your required hex answer. Let's check. In 45, the MS digit is 4. 4 should be multiplied with A, and to this we're supposed to add 5, and this should yield us 2D. Let's check. 4 into A plus 5. So we get 2D. This product we will store in a register when we're doing in the program. So now how do you extract 4 and 5 individually? By the process of unpacking. We know that when 45 is ANDed with F0, we are going to get 4 and 0, 40, but we need only 4. So we have to swap, and then we're going to get 0, 4 from this. This 0, 4 will be multiplied with 0A. So 4 into A would give us 28. Take back the number 45 and it with 0F. We are going to get 05. This number has to be added to 28. These two. 28 plus 5 gives us 2D finally. So the logic is quite simple. Take the MS digit, multiply it with A, add LS digit to it. How do you take the MS digit, and it with F0 and then swap, and then multiply it with 0A and you get the answer. The answer has to be directly added with the lowest LS digit, that is the lower significant digit, which is obtained by ANDing with 0F, and there is no swap needed here. So let us see the program. Hope you understood the logic. So now the assumption that I am going to make here is, we are going to assume that the hexadecimal number which is being converted finally will be stored in external memory locations. The decimal and hexadecimal number will be stored in external memory locations. We will assume that the BCD data, the decimal data, is stored in location say 4000H, and let the answer be stored in memory location. The final answer which is converted, let it be stored in the immediate location after that, say 4001H. So since we are using external memory, we need external memory pointers, that is DPTR, for this program. So let's start writing the program. The first three lines would still continue to remain the same. ORG00H, SJump 30H, and ORG 30H. So we are skipping the first 30 locations because we don't want to disturb the interrupt vector table which is stored in the first 30 bytes of your program memory. Now let's start. First step, we are supposed to initialize DPTR to this address. So initializing DPTR means moving that address into DPTR. So the instruction is move DPTR comma hash 4000 each. Next, so we have to start the operations. We have to do the AND operation over here, AND operation here, and AND logical works on accumulator. So this data which is there in 4000H must be taken into accumulator register. So the instruction for that is MOVX. MOVX is used because we are using external memory. A comma at the rate of DPTR. So DPTR is pointing to 4000. At the rate of DPTR means contents of 4000, that is 45, is moved into accumulator. Now let's do the first process. Let us extract the MS digit. This data which is in accumulator should be ANDed with F0H. So let's do AND logical A comma hash 0F0H. This prefix of 0 is there because the number is beginning from an alphabet. So whenever the number begins with an alphabet, we have to prefix it with a 0 so that the assembler treats this as a number, not as a label. So right now, after this AND operation, we have obtained 40. What are we supposed to do with this? We are supposed to swap. So let's put one swap instruction here, swap A. So now A contains 04. What are we supposed to multiply this with? 0A, which is the only multiplication instruction we have in 8051. It is mul AB, meaning to say one of the operand must be in A, the other operand must be in B. So one operand is already in A, so second operand is 0A, which must be transferred to B. So even before multiplication, let us transfer B with 0AH. So move B comma 0AH. Now A is having 04, B is having 0A. We can now implement mul AB instruction. So mul AB. After multiplication, the product will be stored, the higher byte will be stored in B register and the lower byte will be stored in A register. Since here it's a small number that we have taken, so 28, 04 into 0A gives us 28. 28 in 16-bit is like 0028. So right now this answer is there in accumulator itself. Now we have to repeat the step of ANDing the data with 0F to get the LS digit. But we don't want to lose this 28. We want to add this again in another future after we've got this 5. So let's store this temporarily in some register, say R1 from accumulator. So let's write the instruction move R1, A. Now your data is safe. Now we have to extract the LS digit. How do we extract the LS digit? We have to AND 45 with 0F. Now where is 45? The data 45 is lost completely. We don't have a copy of it. So what we could have done is we could have written one more statement here, say move R2, A, so that the copy of 45 is there in R2. Otherwise we can just repeat this step. We can just write back move X A, at the rate of DPTR, because DPTR is still pointing to 4000 and the number in 4000 is still 45. The same data is taken back into accumulator. So if you don't want to write this statement, immediately after the first fetch, you should move that into a temporary register. So now A is having 45. So what are we supposed to do? AND it with 0F. So AND logical A, hash 0FH. After ANDing, we have 05 and this is in accumulator. Now we have to add the two, one in accumulator and temporarily we have stored the product in R1. So the instruction is simple, add A, R1. So the result, that is 2D, is right now in accumulator. We are supposed to store this answer in 4001H. So the DPTR which is pointing to 4000 must be incremented. So let's write increment DPTR. And now we can store back the data move X at the rate of DPTR, because we are storing back to the memory from A, because A is having the final answer. So once this is done, we can halt and stop the program. Hope you understood the program. Thanks for watching.